Well, I promised you guys that I would do a cost of living here in Ho Chi Minh City, and this is my cost of living. I'm gonna break it down into 3 categories: my daily expenses, my weekly expenses, and my monthly expenses, and then I'll give you guys a grand total at the end. And today I'm sitting at the JK Container House in Nha Be, where they have koi fish. I'm sitting here with my girlfriend, we're having some peach tea, and this is where I'll be presenting the video. So our daily cost of living, so we go to the store every day and we gotta pick up supplies for the day, just basic stuff like noodles, chicken, and cucumbers. And the total for that came out to 90K. So if you multiply that by 30, that's 2.7 million per month. So let's break down the weekly expenses. Every week I have to fill up my Honda Airblade one time, and for a full tank, it costs 110K. I usually get my gas on the way to work. Usually when I start noticing it's getting near empty, and that'll happen around Thursday or Friday usually. We order our drinking water through a shipping company that purifies water, and we get 3 bottles a week. Each bottle is 5 liters, and that comes to 160K per week. Every Friday, Sunday, and Monday night, we go out for milk tea, and we drink our milk tea as we watch Lost. Each time we go out is 50K, so that comes to 150K for milk tea per week. I'm a cigarette smoker. I smoke about a carton a week. I know it's bad. I don't need you guys to tell me how unhealthy it is in comments. I'm already aware. But that comes to 255K a week, and that's at the cheap spot. If you guys watched my Cumtan video, the place right across the street from that, I always buy my cigarettes there, and I get them at a really good price. Per pack of cigarettes is 25.5K, so it's a little over $1 for a pack of cigarettes. Every Saturday night, we will go out drinking for me and my girlfriend. It'll cost about 400K on average. If we go to Pham Nhu Lao, where we can visit Andrew and some of the other expat teachers, it'll be a little cheaper. It'll be around 260K usually, but if we go out to Tao Dien and we want to see the Red Dragon Band, or we want to go somewhere a little bit more expensive, it can go up to 500 or 550K. But for the sake of this video, we're just going to average it and say it's about 400K to go out drinking on a Saturday night. Food that we have to buy on a weekly basis, stuff that lasts a little bit longer, food such as like sausage or garlic or kimchi, eggs, fruit or bun bao, which I'll have in the morning depending on the morning, coffee, which I have every morning and at lunch. And my girlfriend, she likes milk in her coffee, so we have to buy milk too. And sometimes I'll put some milk in my coffee, but I'm concerned a little bit about my weight, so I don't drink that much sugar. All that comes out to about 325K. If you take all those numbers and add them together, it comes out to 1.46 million. And if we multiply that by 4.2, because there's about 4.2 weeks in a month, that comes out to 6.13 million per month. Now let's talk about monthly expenses. I live in Sunrise Riverside apartment complex in Nha Be, which isn't a very cheap apartment complex, but it's also not a very expensive apartment complex. It's about medium. Now, I'm on a 1-year lease, so I get my rent at a more discount price, say if you were to rent month by month or maybe a 3-month lease. So rent every month is 11 million. We also have to pay an 875,000 management fee, and luckily for us, that is all inclusive. So we get all the amenities such as the pool, the community areas, and the gym, and the playground. For me to park my bike for the month in the underground parking, it costs 110K, and it's a secure parking where you have to scan your card in order to park your bike and to get out. So it's very safe. Your bike will not get stolen from there. They have a lot of security. So for tap water, it costs about 350K per month. I'm not quite sure how much it costs per cubic meter, so I'm gonna put that on the screen right now for you. Electricity costs about 9 cents per kilowatt hour, and the amount of electricity we use this month cost 1.9 million. That didn't feel like it was a typical month. It feels like normally it costs about 1.5 million. Our internet fee, we have the best internet package available from Viettel because I don't want any kind of lag or interruptions when I play games or watch YouTube or watch Netflix. For the very best package, costs about 480K per month. I don't currently have a cell phone, but before I used MobiPhone, and I had a data plan for 1 month, cost 90K, and that would get me 4 gigabytes of data of 4G LTE per day, and then it would downgrade to 3G. But quite honestly, I never hit that 4 gigabyte mark because there's Wi-Fi here everywhere, and there's Wi-Fi at home and when you go out, so you'll rarely hit the 4 gigabytes. I have 2 cats. One is horribly obese, As I'm sure you've seen, the other one's a little bit more reasonable in size, but to take care of both of them when it comes to cat food and litter is about $420K per month. Earlier, we discussed what it costs on a daily basis to buy food, and then we talked about what it costs on a weekly basis. There's also our monthly purchases, such as rice, sauces like chili sauce or ketchup, oils to fry in, fish sauce, because my girlfriend makes very good Vietnamese dishes and you can't have Vietnamese food without fish sauce. The total for that will come to $365K per month. And of course, we have to wash our hands, we have to wash our clothes. The laundry type products come out to $330K per month. And on top of that, we have our hygiene. She uses a little bit more hygiene than I would. To be quite honest, if she wasn't around so much, I probably wouldn't even shower every day. But since she's here every day, I shampoo my body and I body wash, and she has her shampoos and hygiene product, and there's also toothpaste and stuff like that. And the total for that on a monthly expense is about $400K. So total when it comes to monthly expenses comes to $16.325 million. Now, if you were to add all of those together, and that's just the numbers I gave you, the total comes out to $23 million per month. Also keep in mind that I didn't factor in other expenses like just buying candy randomly or buying a Warrior or a Monster Energy drink. Other various expenses such as, if you gotta go get new socks or new pants or new underwear. For example, today I gotta go out and buy some new socks because I got a lot of holes in them and I'm running out of underwear that I haven't ripped. I mean, you gotta factor all that into it, but what I gave you was just the basic expenses. Another thing to keep in mind is that this is for 2 people. And my girlfriend does a lot of cooking. We don't eat out very much. So if you're a single guy or a single lady, take the food costs and divide it by 2/3, because you can't really divide it in half because since we eat at home, it's cheaper. But if you were a single man, I imagine you're not gonna do very much cooking. So you're gonna do a lot of grab food. You're gonna probably get a lot of cum tam and stuff like that. You're gonna pay about 2/3 of what I pay for food is what I'm trying to say. Also, another thing to keep in mind is my rent is a little bit lower than normal because I have a 1-year lease. If you're coming here just for 30 days or for 3 months, you're not obviously gonna have a 1-year lease. You're gonna be paying month by month, and it's gonna cost you probably not more for rent. Usually to get a decent room in like District 1 is gonna run you anywhere between 7 and 9 million a month. If you need to have a motorbike, that's gonna cost you another $1.5 million per month. I own my motorbike, so that's not an expense for me. So you might wanna factor that into it. Other expenses that I didn't factor in are legacy expenses from America, such as Netflix and Hulu. So those are not included. So those are just luxuries. And also, of course, think about your visas. You might need to factor in those costs. That's everything I can think of right now off the top of my head. If I left anything out or you have any questions, just drop them down in the comments and I will be there to respond to you. I hope my video was informative enough for you guys. Hope you guys got a lot of useful information for living here in Vietnam. If you like this kind of content from me, please consider subscribing and hitting the like button and leaving a comment. If you don't like this kind of content, hit that dislike button and tell me why. And I know I say this to you guys so much, but I say it so much because it's true. I do appreciate your guys' comments and your likes and your supports. I appreciate it when you guys hop into my Discord server and chat with me and keep me company while I game or while I do various tasks throughout the day. So if you guys are not in my Discord channel yet, I highly recommend it. There's a lot of knowledgeable people there that can answer your questions a lot better than I can. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and until next time, stay awesome. The price we pay for I don't even know how much tap water costs.